Hi, hope you are doing well. This is Professor Ramkrishna and welcome to my online lecture series. Through this digital platform, I share my knowledge with the students, practitioners, small business owners and entrepreneurs across the world. So I choose three different platforms. One is a YouTube where you can search YouTube with the Archiversity, and I have a website archiversity.com, and I also teach courses on online teaching portals like Udemy. So these are the three different ways where from you can listen to my lectures and enhance your knowledge in financial accounting. This lecture is a continuation of my previous lecture where I explained about golden rules of accounting and how they are related to three different types of accounts. So this lecture is an activity based one where I once again revise the types of accounts and the golden rules, and then next I'll show you how to apply those golden rules for the business transactions. So I created this worksheet exclusively to explain you the concept of a golden rules using a types of accounts. So without any delay, we go to the activity sheet and we perform the activity to understand the golden rules of accounting and how to apply them to the three different types of accounts. In accounting, one way of classifying accounts is into real accounts, then personal account, and third one is nominal account. So a real account, the rule of debit and credit is that in case of a real account, debit what comes in and credit what goes out. So when it comes to the personal account, the debit is receiver and credit is giver. And when it comes to the nominal account, debit is expenses and losses, credit is income and gains. So what is that we do is we identify each transaction and what are the two accounts involved in this transaction. Then we'll identify the type of account, then their effect, debit and credit. So here we have account 1 and account 2 type of account. So we'll start with the first transaction, that is business started with a cash rupees 20 lakhs. So here one is the capital, that is equity coming into the business, and second account is cash. So equity is contributed by the owner. So this is a personal account. I am writing this in a short form. So this is your personal account and a real account. Then comes your nominal account. NA is for nominal account, and cash is a tangible and a real account. So here you have a real account. Now equity, the owner is giving. So the owner is giving the amount to the business. So owner is a giver. Then cash is what coming into the business. So this is coming into the business. When cash comes into the business, what is that we do? We debit it, in the sense we write it onto the left hand side, or we debit. So this is a debit account. Now giver is a credit. According to a personal account, giver is a credit. So we'll write a credit account. Debit and credit I am writing in a short form, DR and CR. Now goods purchased from Mohan rupees 5 lakhs. So here we have two accounts, goods purchased, that is purchase is your inventory. Inventory is your real account, and what is happening? It's coming in. So when it comes in, debit. Now next is the Mohan, who is the giver of the goods, or Mohan is a personal account and he is a giver, so giver is a credit here. Then stationery purchased for cash. So here stationery is your stationery is an expense, and this is a expense is a nominal account, and effect is your expense. Actually we have to write here the stationery expense. So expense is debit. On the other side you paid cash, and cash is a real account and going out. So cash is going out. So when it real asset going out is credit. So we'll write a credit. Now open the bank account to Union Bank with a rupees 1 lakh. Now here you are opening a bank account. So bank is a personal account, and on the other side, to open a bank account you are depositing a cash. Cash is a real account. So what happening to the cash? Cash is going out. So when a real account cash goes out, we'll credit. Now bank is a personal account. Bank is the receiver. So bank receiving your cash. So debit the bank account. Now you have a one debit account, one credit account. If you observe, each credit account will have a equivalent debit account. So here credit, debit, debit, credit, debit, credit, debit, credit likewise. Now goods sold to Mr. Roy for 7,50,000. One is your inventory, which is decreasing. Inventory is your real asset and which is going out. So when it goes out, you'll write a credit. Cash is a real account and coming in. So when it comes in, what is it we do? Yeah, we do debit. Then received check from Mr. Roy. So here two accounts, one is a Roy and second one is the bank. In the form of a check you are receiving. So Roy is a personal account, bank is also a personal account. Roy is a giver and bank is the receiver, or bank or a we or the bank or say entity. We are receiving it, not a bank exactly, we are receiving it. So we are the receiver. So giver is a credit, receiver is debit. Now insurance for current year paid by check. So one is your insurance. This is your nominal account. Okay, insurance is an expense. This is a nominal account and this is an expense. So expense is debit. On the other side, you are paying this through a bank. Bank is a personal account. Then this is a giver. So giver is a credit. Then paid cash to Mr. Mohan. So one is a cash. Second account is Mohan. So cash is a real account. Mohan is a personal account. Cash is going out because you are making a payment to Mr. Mohan. Cash is going out. So when a real account goes out, what is that we do? We'll credit it. Mohan is a personal account and he is the receiver. So what is that we do with the receiver's account? We debit the receiver account. Now interest received in cash. So interest received, this is a nominal account and income. So income is your credit. On the other side you have a cash. This is a real account and coming in. Cash is coming in. So you do a debit. Next is commission paid by check. So commission, this is a nominal account and an expense. So expense, what is it we do with expense? We debit our expenses, debit. Then you are paying this with the help of a bank. Bank is a personal account and is a giver, so credit. The personal loan with a business, or paid personal loan with a business cash. So personal loan is a owner's, that is a equity. Again it is a owner. It's a personal account, and on the other side we paid a cash. This is a real account. What is happening with cash? Cash is going out. So when cash goes out, what is that we do? We'll credit it. On the other side, owner, or this amount is drawing in the form of owner and he is the receiver, so we'll debit his account. Finally, old computer worth 20,000 donated to a local school. So computer is your asset, so which is a real account, and this is going out. So when it goes out, what is that we do? We record it as a credit. On the other side, local school is a personal account, because an entity established, legal establishment, that is a personal account. And what is it happening to the school? The school is receiver of the computer. So when it receives, we'll write a debit. So this is how you have to identify each financial transaction, then identify the two accounts involved in it. Minimum there will be two accounts in each financial transaction. So identify the two accounts involved in it, like account 1, account here we have a account 1, then account 2. Identify this second step. Third is classify them according to whether it is a personal account, real account, or a nominal account, that we did here. Then apply the rule of a debit and credit, in the sense verify with the debit and credit, rules of debit and credit, whether asset, whether it is coming in or going out. If it is a personal account, whether it is a receiving or giving. Nominal account, expense or income. Then apply the rule of a debit and credit, that is a golden rule, whether the account to be debited or credited. So this is the second approach of writing according transactions into your records, applying the golden rules. So there are two approaches. One is using accounting equation, and second one is applying the golden rules of accounting. So by this time, I guess you are familiar with both, because I spent 4 lectures exclusively on explaining the concept of a debit and credit. Because once you're familiar with this concepts of a debit and credit, that is the rules of accounting or rules of debit and credit or golden rules of accounting, throughout your career, every time when you are writing a record or recording a transaction, just by applying this rule, you will make a right entry into your books of records and minimizes the errors. So thank you for watching my lecture. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your time, and hope this lecture help you to understand and apply the golden rules of accounting to different accounts. So in my next topic, I'm going to explain you how to generalize the transactions, create a ledgers, and prepare a a trial, a balance. So slowly we are moving from a basics to the complicated activities in financial accounting. Thank you once again. See you soon.